Hello, people, guys all around the world. My people in America, UK, Canada, Germany, Jamaica, United Arab Emirates, and any other part of the world. Welcome and welcome, good. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. As always, this is the Pioneering YouTube channel, and I am priceless. I am being underscore priceless, coming to you live and direct from Abuja, Nigeria, West Africa, the land that right now our sister D Mwango, she is, crisscrossing, enjoying her stay, enjoying her traveling vlog, enjoying her, you know, everything in between that Abuja has to offer. And like the title suggests, guys, we are talking about toxic, lazy gang people, what they have in common. But before then, let's talk about our sisters. Just a brief. D Mwango. D Mwango, welcome to Abuja. Yeah, Abuja is a wonderful place, nice, but the temperature is so hot now. Yeah, the temperature is hot because and you can see the hazy weather everywhere in Abuja because of the Harmattan season. So ensure that you have your lip gloss close by. We don't want you to fall sick. We don't want you to take um to be bedridden because of the what change in weather. Lagos is hot also. I understand. In fact, Lagos is even hotter than Abuja. That's just the fact. But we want you to, have the energy to be moving around. I've seen you've had a tour guide in person of a northern brother by the name Munir. I've seen him take you to Piakasa. Guys, if you've been following me for a long time, Piakasa is, you've been seeing some content I've been creating, from when I started this YouTube. You've been seeing some content where I used to talk to tell us this is what Lugbe Abuja. So Piakasa is under Lugbe, it's around that Lugbe site, it's around that airport road site. So I've seen Dimango travel to that place, calling it ghetto. No, 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 Dimango, that is not ghetto. That is village, a typical village of what? The Baggy people, the Koro people. And when we talk about the Koro, we mean like what do you? I saw you creating one of the content in my neighborhood, in my area, where it's known as what? Asokoro. Asokoro, guys, that's Aso. That means it means land. The Koro, Koro, mean the Koro. Koro that is a tribe. So that means when you join it together, Asokoro literally means the land of what? The Koro people, because these are tribes. And I've been telling us again, Nigeria is not made up Igbo, Hausa, Yorubas. No. We have about 250 ethnic minorities in Nigeria, including the Yorubas, the Igbos, and the Hausas. But again, in the northern part of the country, which is the middle belt, which Abuja form part of it, where I am from, where I am a citizen of the country, we are the bona fide Nigerians because we are the epicenter, we are the center, the nucleus of the country. Yes, so the Koro people, Abuja is made up of, many inhabitants, original, aboriginal, local, indigenous people. We have the Koro, the Basas, the Bagis, which is the Gwari people. We have the Gwandaras, and the rest of them. Yes. So in Asokoro, which is my neighborhood you visited before, is one of the high broad area in the whole of Africa. And that is where you see people of high substance, political standing. Because right now, in that Asokoro, that's where we have the residence of the present Nigerian president, who is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we have the vice president also, where he's staying, and top government functionaries, international, organizations, NGOs, embassies, and the rest. While it is also a residential area, and it is for the top big shots in society and in community. So welcome, explore Abuja, enjoy Abuja. Yeah, enjoy Abuja. Abuja is best. Abuja is nice. It is, really great. You are welcome to Abuja. Guys, so let's go back to the content. What binds the toxic, lazy gang people together? You see, guys, We have seen the toxicity on the YT space brewed, spilled by the what? Members of the lazy gang in unison, in one comparison, in one commonality of fighting hard against Marwa, against Marwa's family, and everything or anybody that is associated with Marwa. These people whom they think by escalating their narrative, their toxic narrative against Marwa, it would make Marwa to go down. It would make Marwa brands to, nosedive. It would, this abuse people's minds towards supporting Marwa, promoting Marwa, pushing for Marwa and everything he represents or the people he's associated with. No. But instead, we have seen your toxicity propel Marwa to a greater height. People are coming in their numbers. People are in love with Marwa. Everybody is loving Marwa. Marwa is loved. Marwa is cherished. Brands are coming. Marwa is getting the best out of his life. The same thing applicable to his siblings, which is what David Jr. and D. Mwango, who we just finished talking about. And she is right now in my city, Nigeria, West Africa. Yes. So, these people, guys, as toxic elements, as wicked souls, as persons that they've never wanted anybody to rise, because this family has decided to show us or to be vulnerable on the YT space. They've decided to what? Come here, engage in smear campaign, which is one of the tools deployed by narcissistic people. They have something in common. And when I say they have something in common, what is that something that is binding them? Guys, take a look at their looks. When I say their looks, they are so, smeared. Look at their faces. Toxicity represents, and it is written all over their faces. Because of what? They are enemies to progress. They are anti-progress. They don't want to see anybody scaling. They don't want to see anybody winning. They don't want to see anybody laughing. They don't want to see anybody clapping, cheering, and becoming a better person, because they want to take over the spot of the person, especially when you decided to, yield to no pressure, when decided to be open, when he decided to be vulnerable. And that is the classical case of what Marwa has able to show us. And the family, they've decided to be vulnerable. They've not put on this garment of what? Lies, faking things, packaging like we used to call it in Nigeria. So, they decided to see them as a subtle target, as a sub-target that they have always picked upon, and they are fighting. But one thing is, we have seen the division, the crack in the wall, in their camp right now. And like I said, guys, if you've been following me, I've been saying this thing. I received the download and I've created it in content time without numbers, informing us, intimidating us about the latest update in regard to the crack in the lazy gang. But one thing that is binding them, you can see, is their looks, their face, all of them. Are we talking about the CEO herself? You can take a look at her face, take a look at, black ugly face. You can see she doesn't resemble human beings, and the mouth is like this. The mouth, that's how her mouth is. It's full of toxicity. Are we talking about PM Carrot? You can see how the face is this way. The face is smashed this way, full of toxicity. PM Carrot, go and take a look at PM Carrot. You see the face is one-sided. It is never straight like a normal human being that is full of energy, full of positivity, full of, massive energy that is engaging. Yes, people, you can see. Or are we talking about Masubo Zero, aka the dirty swine of Nyapohanse? You can take a look at him. He has this suppressed face, so like this and something like this. Yes, so full of toxic energy. Or are we talking about Mark Zero? Yes, an illiterate that calls himself a leader in Nyapohanse, a youth leader, a decision maker which I beg to disagree. How would someone that you claim and pride yourself as a decision maker, an influencer, a leader, a youth leader, you are the very one undermining, bringing down your community, undermining everything people are doing, possibly, humanly possible, to elevate the community, to improve the standard of living of people in the community, to make the people of the community become their better versions of themselves. And you call yourself a leader, you are fighting it, you are undermining it, you are working against it. What does that connect? It doesn't. Does that hold water? It doesn't sink water. It doesn't align at all. Misalignment. Misplaced priority. You are not. And I don't know who even gave you the validation, the conviction, and the nod or the legitimacy to be called a leader in Nyabohanse. Was it by selection or was it truly indeed by election? And does that mean Nyabohanse do not have, able, resilient, talented, smart youth that you, as a toxic person, could be elected as a leader in Nyabohanse to be a voice for the youth of Nyabohanse? Is highly, highly, disturbing and alarming. Yes, and it is a shame. Oh, guys, next person. Are we talking about Nairobi teacher, the Scarface? You have seen the Scarface Nairobi teacher. He doesn't even look like a human being. The same thing. Or are we talking about the long forehead like Kilimanjaro? Oti, the untrending of a lady. Somehow she looks somehow. You take a look at the long chin like Kilimanjaro. Yes. Or are we talking about that toxic people? You can see even my sister, Ella Suitable. She does not have, or she doesn't possess the attribute of their toxicity. She decided to be on their camp, but she realized because she could not afford talking about Marwa and the family for the rest of her life, she has stopped, even though she will not go back to the team Marwa again, at least. But she has stopped. But you see, she doesn't look like them. Or are we talking about the Coco ancestor? You can see how her face is squeezed, like a thing, like this picnic thing, container that when you open it, pour the milk, and you consume the milk, then you suppress it. Take a look at her face. How her face is highly suppressed, toxic, Coco ancestor, who is who? Modesta. Oh, guys, are we talking about other young chap like Mogese, Anasto? It's Kintsu, who it is rather unfortunate. Instead of joining forces with Marwa, Team Positivity and Pro Marwa to elevate their community, they are busy fighting and undermining it. And that we have been witnessing what is transpiring right now in their camp because of what they've tried to set up. David, they've tried to, trigger him, but God Almighty has not allowed them to trigger this guy, and they will never trigger David, David, will continue pin the leader. David, will continue pin a force, and they shall continue being losers. And we have seen them taking on one another, fighting one another, hitting hard on one another. Really, they are not getting things. Or are we talking about, them? Take a look at anybody who's anti-Marwa. Take a look at anybody who's championing hate against Marwa. You will see everything they represent is toxicity, from their looks to how they represent their presentation on the white streets. But are we talking about team positivity? Take a look at yours here. You can see the energy I radiate, the fine boyness, the cuteness, the freshness I radiate. Or are we talking about my own sister, wonderful dear Irumbi Brenda? See positive energy in her. Are we talking about I am Paris? See positive energy in her. Are we talking about my friend and sister? Even I'm not happy with the husband, Minhawi? Fresh and positive. Are we talking about, Kamanja? Fresh and positive. Are we talking about Mora? Fresh and positive. Mary TV? Fresh and positive. My sister, wonderful sister, Nyalonga, Respect is you are very smart, intelligent, articulate, eloquent. I do enjoy your analysis. I do enjoy, even though you've not shown us your face. But we don't care about your face. What matters is using our voice to champion for the truth and say the truth. And you are effectively utilizing your voice and adding your voice to the betterment of humanity, not only people in Kenya. Yes. Or are we talking about Zach Senior? Are we talking about Prince Odinga? Are we talking about Biva Marwa? Are we talking about, other wonderful team positivity? Please, if I forget to mention your name, pardon me. We are many. It's not easy just to at a go mention everybody, because I do create this content in one take, guys. I don't shoot twice, in one take. And mostly, I don't normally edit. Just in one take, I create the content. So if I am not, or you have forgotten to mention your name, Team Positivity, you know us. Drop your name in the comment section. Or people watching, and of course, you guys, you wonderful audience, you guys are the reason behind us. And we are standing through strong, pushing for Marwa, pushing for the family, pushing for his siblings, pushing for team positivity, pushing for humanity, standing up and adding our voice towards making the world a better place. You guys are the wonderful, most valuable players. Yes, wonderful, most valuable players. Just like on this white street, my own camp right here. One and only, Tristan Daddy. God, respect, sir. Mommy Wimbo, respect, ma. Mommy Redeka, respect, ma. Sharon Johnson, Jenny Nerezi, wonderful and loyal Rose Green, respect. My wonderful, intelligent, smart AMC Campbell, our 123. Grace Kuria. Jose. Duruchinet. You guys are many. Please, forgive me if I cannot recall your name and if I cannot mention it. So that tells you guys are the real world most valuable players, the real MVPs. Because you guys push us, you guys tell us, you guys lead us, you guys interact with our content, you guys engage with our content, and any other person you are pushing. And we are checkmating, downgrading, decimating, running down, and taking down flat the toxic energy being brewed and spilled by team negativity. And they are on the verge of what? Total and imminent collapse, just like a content I've created somewhere last week. We have seen that. Like I used to say, I don't talk for talking's sake, and I'm not talking to gain favor from anybody. I am compelled by something that is, really innate within me to say the truth and always, stand up for the truth. And I'm not doing it for any help. I'm not looking for help. And when I was doing it, I was not doing it with anything on my mind, because I have been a long-time follower and a keen observer of this family. So it pains me whenever I see people just talking them, trying to undermine their efforts, because they decided just to be simple and honest and truthful with the world. And that should be applauded instead, not to be robbed with toxicity, not to be termed and, painted in a bad, negative light. So that is what has binded people, these toxic people together, people. Because of what? They see the light in positive people, in empath. But God has been dealing with them. Where are those in Yapohanse who thought they could use their youth and get traction and get attention from the world? They are nowhere to be found. And the same thing, you people will be falling like a quick, Bell sand house or a pack of cards, because your house, your foundation is not solid, it's shaky. You don't even love one another, but you are in unison because of what? Marwa. And that tells you that is the light a chosen one carries. You see enemies, they'll be forming alliances, just to fight a chosen one, because of what? A chosen one is someone that has the power and the light has been bestowed upon his life to rescue the world, to bridge in the gap for people around the world, to use his life as a motivating factor, thus making and waking people from their slumber. And we want to thank Marwa, and I want to thank each and every one of us for the time and opportunity taken to watch this content. You guys are really smart, intelligent, ebullient, lovely, great. And I would like to thank each and every one of us. It is wonderful talking to you always. It is wonderful talking to each and every one of us and coming back to watch the content, guys. We wish our sister the very best as she explore Abuja. Abuja is not about Nigeria. Nigeria is not about Abuja and Lagos. So there are many other places in Nigeria they might do well to visit and explore. Guys, see us again in our next content. One love. Bye-bye.